I'm Akia.
I'm Ashley, and
we're sisters addicted to Asian dramas and music.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to.
Hi, everybody,
Hello,
and
hello,
welcome
hello.
to podcast number
15.
You kind of slightly
Yeah, I
hesitant
was.
there. Slightly
Hey,
hesitant.
don't call me out. Damn. Let me have it.
Hi, everybody. It's been 2 weeks since our last podcast.
Yeah.
We're not intending to do these 2-week breaks all the time, but it is summer. We get busy schedules. Like we said early on, we don't even have the same work schedule, so it is kind of hard to match up to always record. But we'll always come back. If we're ever going to be a long break, we will let you guys know beforehand.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start with Suspicious Partner, I guess, since last time we talked about music.
Right.
And we're talking about it for an hour. Suspicious Partner for only like 20 minutes.
Okay.
We have quite a bit of episodes to talk about, but because it's been 2 weeks, but we'll keep it short as usual. Because, honestly, I like Suspicious Partner still, but the last 2 weeks have slightly disappointed / bored me a little bit.
Right.
It's just, I felt like I liked the surprises. Granted, they weren't like huge surprises that we had at the beginning.
Right.
But I felt like it got a little too ezy for me to guess what was going to happen next. Like, we were kind of just putting thoughts out there while we were watching it. And stuff would actually literally happen. We were like, I wasn't being real. I was just throwing some stuff out there.
We were like throwing ideas at each other for like the entire, was it 8 episodes we watched? And we was like, really? When
Every one of them we got right. Everyone we got right. It was ridiculous.
We should play that game once. Watch a new episode of something and just expect something.
Right.
We gotta write this down. Like, that's money making right there. Right. I was like, oh, that wasn't even luck. I just knew.
And it was just guessing. But then I feel like because we're seasoned drama watchers, we can probably guess a little bit better than someone else. But still.
Yeah. That's true.
It's still. But I guess the reason why these past 2 weeks kind of bothered me is because it was the typical noble idiocy part of the romance.
Yeah.
And I felt like I said, when we were catching up with last week's episodes, I felt like these past 2 weeks were just, both stories got put on hold. The romance and then the murder mystery thing, even though it's not quite mystery.
It's a mystery for them. You know, the audience usually knows first anyway.
So I just felt like both stories got put on hold because the villain got into an accident.
Oh, yeah.
And then their backstory relationship stuff came out. So it kind of put their relationship at a slight hindrance.
Yeah.
And then really kind of put an end to it, which irritated me. Because both of them irritated me 2 weeks ago. Because I was like, really, guys, we're doing this? Because Ji-wook, he, for some reason, instinctively pulled away from her.
Yeah.
Without her knowing anything. And she just kind of like,
you acted funny.
Right. It was real weird because, and it just so happens that it's literally right after they sleep together.
That's exactly what I know that's what I was saying. But when they were laying in the bed cuddling, he noticed who it was. I was just like, you better not start treating her
right. And then literally the next morning it was?
Was it that same morning?
Yes, because I forgot she went in to do something. He kind of flinched back.
Right.
And I was like, yo.
For reals.
Bruh. And
I don't know why, though. Like,
I never understood that with K-dramas when the leads have it, where their parents are the ones that had dramas in the past or whatever it may be, even if it's instinctively connected or somehow roundabout connected. Oh, our parents had bad history, we can't be together type bull crap, or I think your dad or your mom or something did something to my parents and that's why they're not here, so we can't date. And half the time it's either before the kids are born or when the kids are too young to even know what the hell is going on.
Right, because obviously you don't remember each other.
Right.
Or it's not until you see like a picture or you hear about it,
right?
You know, through the grapevine that this person was involved in this. And you're just like, wait a minute, that's too coincidental.
Right?
Are we connected?
And so I was just like, really? And it kind of went back and forth. And then she was like, look, what's going on? And because they could both tell when something is slightly off.
Yeah, they know each other quite well.
Right.
They can pick it up like in an instant.
That's what I like about this couple, but that's what frustrated me at the same time. It's like, you guys know each other so well, so why are you instinctively acting like idiots to me?
Yeah, but still, it nagged at them, and it made them, I guess, draw back.
Right.
And that's what it was.
That's
made him draw back.
I'll give Ji-Wook this, that once he flinched away, he kind of flinched at himself for flinching away.
Right.
But still, it was just like, you know she didn't do this.
Right. Even if she had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with this. And so it's like, why did you pull away from her? And he did it long enough that it made her worry, but then she started, and of course, then they ended up with dealing with a case of a young child who saw something but couldn't quite remember it. And I said, watch, this case is going to trigger his memory, and all of a sudden he's going to get his memory back and realize something bigger picture about the past incident with his parents. And looky here, what happened at the end of the episode.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen.
I was just like, why am I reading this so easily?
But it came at the right moment, and they always bring it in at the right moment instead of it like later on down the road coming up.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like we could tell it was gonna happen, but I feel like, what's the word? We predicted it a little to a T.
Right. That's my thing. Is like, it's different if you're predicting a certain outcome, but we were predicting how things would get to a certain outcome, and we were getting that right. There's a difference, as like, oh, they are gonna break up because of something. Everybody can guess that if you watched even 2 K-dramas. But we were picking out key points and exactly how the plot was gonna go.
Right.
And we got everyone right.
Yeah, so it did get predictable, and it was really good in the beginning. It definitely pulled us in the beginning, because we weren't expecting it. Of course, because we were just starting it. But now we know the characters, and we can feel the story. And I feel like it could have been 16 to 18 episodes. They didn't need 20 episodes.
Right. Or correction, the 40 that it is, or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
But still.
40, excuse me.
That is true. But I felt like the story was kind of moving at a good pace into the last 2 weeks. But I think that's just because the writer kind of decided to halt everything. I feel like if you're going to halt, you can't halt both sides of the story, because then you have a dead plot and dead space for too long. So
but they dealt with something in between.
Slightly, yes. But it was like baby cases, or cases that kind of they led to another stuff. But your 2 major stories both halted at the same point. Yeah. Like, I felt like, okay, if the murder stuff was going to halt because of his accident, then the romance should have gone on for at least another week before we got the halt, because then they won't be both halting at the same time. And I don't know, I feel like it would have flowed better. The mere fact that we had both halting at the same time, so we had 2 weeks of kind of dealing with random cases and filler story, in a sense. Yeah. I know when the dramas are long, we can get filler stories. Yeah. But
it's true.
It was a little too much.
That's why I said they could have cut it down. And maybe that's the drama watcher in me. Is just like, sometimes dramas are too long. And I've realized a lot of dramas come out now, they cut down the amount of episodes. Right. And so it's good to have it cut down, but it's also good to have it at more episodes, but you got to know your story. Right. And whether or not it should be 20, 24 episodes or 16 episodes.
I feel like there's a lot. I feel like drama fans can critique a lot of writers, and not necessarily on their story, but just how they spread out the story. Right. Because if you know that you want your story to land at a certain episode, and maybe give a little room just in case for this possible extension or the possible episode reduce, because that happens too nowadays, where episodes are cut after it's already started airing. So I just feel like you need to give your
dramas. You said episodes.
No, well, dramas are
Oh, you mean they cut episodes off?
Yeah, because what is it? What drama aired last year?
And they cut down episodes.
Mm-hmm. It was a medical drama with the guy from Fated to Love You that aired last summer.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forget the name.
Yeah, it was supposed to be longer than it was.
Beautiful something.
Yeah, Beautiful Mind or something like that, and they cut down the episodes after it started airing. So it's like stuff like that. And then what is it? Ex-Girlfriends Club. When we were watching it, they reduced episodes.
They did. That was TV Land though, right? I mean,
TVN.
Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
TVN. Yeah. So I feel like it's different if you're getting your episodes reduced because then you have less time for filler. But if you know you have a certain amount of episodes, I feel like give yourself maybe 2 episodes max of filler, but they shouldn't be within the same week.
Yeah.
Because when they're in the same week, then you lose. I feel like you lose people that way because then they're like
the viewership goes down,
right? Because you got 2 episodes of nothingness. So I mean, granted, I don't know. I still like it because of the couple,
right,
and they're real and on the more realer side of couples, I guess you could say, in Dramaland than we usually get. And I like that they're both feisty in a sense, and I don't know how to explain it.
They speak what's on their mind.
Yeah. It's both sides. And I like that. And they, despite even though the Noble Issy stuff being gone for 2 weeks, they usually talk about stuff despite this, because this is a major issue, so I can give them the dragging-ish or whatever. But for the most part, when stuff is coming up, they kind of talk about it within that week. It's not dragged out for a whole extra week.
Yeah. And
it's kind of dealt with, and they read each other well, that they know certain things are off. So that's why I guess I'm more frustrated that we're dealing with this whole breakup situation for as long as we have, and we only got a week left.
Yeah, I know, right? We didn't even notice until we were watching, like, episode, what was the last episode that was aired? 39? No. Yeah. No.
36.
Yeah, 36. And we noticed, oh, wow, this week is the last week.
Right.
So, but I just want to mention, I want to honorable mention within the story to the frenemy. Her name is Gia,
yeah.
And how she was, flirting with, what's his name, Hook and stuff.
Right.
She thought he was around to see her. Like, it really did seem like that if it was from her point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But after, like, a couple sentences, you're like, oh, yeah, he's really not here to see her.
Right.
He's just really honestly looking for her.
Right.
And she thinks it's an excuse for him to come and see her. Oh, I'm always seeing you now. Why are you always looking for her?
Right.
If you have, and she made a point, you have her number. Why are you asking me where she is?
Right. Valid point. She made a very valid point. But
so that's why she was like,
So that's why I could understand her reading it that way. But because we know the other side, I was just like, ooh, poor thing. No, boo-boo. It's not that.
Mm-hmm.
But back to when we were talking about reading the plot, when they went on the breakup date.
Yes.
Remember how I said this better not be the breakup date, because I hate when they do that. And if anybody has watched You're the Best, Lee Sushin, they had almost a similar breakup date in that drama as well. They kind of went to amusement park, went around eating ice cream.
They do like 6 dates in one.
Right.
Let me get this out the way. I always wanted to do this with you.
Right.
Let me get this out the way. I was wanted to do this with you. Okay, now we're gonna have to break up.
Right. And I was like, really?
Yeah. And then when she was recording them, he thought it was a picture. I hate when people do that though.
Right.
And my friend did that to me at a concert, and I was just like, geez, smiling and all that. And I was like, oh, it's a video. You want me to dance? My bad.
Right.
But he thought she was taking a picture of that statue, and she was joking with him. She knew it was a video.
Right.
And he was like, oh, it's a video. And so he walks away, and I was just like, I know that's a video for her to watch later. That's in her little wank bank stuff.
And that's exactly what she did later on.
She was crying and boo-hooing and watching the video.
I was just like, I can't.
Why? If you can do that kind of stuff, it should just be natural. Oh, we took this video, or I played a joke on him, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then later on, down the road, when you break up, you're like, oh, it's still on my phone. But no, she really took that so she could just look at him now.
Right.
Come on out. Come on now.
And she basically made herself sick because, I don't know, like, this is what I feel like is a catch-22 with Bong-hee's personality. She's strong and speaks her mind when she wants to and when she needs to.
Right.
But she puts the guilt trip on herself for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
When she honestly doesn't need to.
Right.
When Ji-wook first lost his job, okay, yeah, she felt herself like it was her fault, this and that and the other. When,
Right.
in all honesty, it really wasn't. He decided to take himself out that way.
He did.
And honestly, did he ever correct her on that? Tell her it was
No,
not her
because
fault?
because he was blaming her too. He's like, I did this for you. Did you?
Right.
I mean, you did it for me in the end, but
Right.
but initially you weren't. You were trying to do what somebody else told you.
Right. And then it was another instance where she took the blame. Oh, when they realized who the real murderer was.
Right.
She felt the blame. She was like, I brought him into the law firm. I made you defend a murderer type of thing. Irritating. And now this. Even though she believes her dad is innocent, she still has a guilty conscience about the situation, so she can't date Ji-wook because of that. Which I find which doesn't make any sense to me. If you feel like your dad isn't guilty, why do you feel guilty to date the son of the victim?
It's my fault, and we shouldn't be together.
Right. I was just like, huh?
How?
And I don't understand how that matches up with her when she's so quick to defend and stand up for those who
are wrongly accused.
Right. So I'm just like, how is that? How are you able to stand up for others who are wrongly accused, but not so easily able to stand up for yourself in a major situation like that when you're wrongly accused?
Right. Catch
like
22, like
right. So it's just like, I don't know. And then, the parents meet, right? Don't they meet? Didn't they meet last week?
Was it last week? No, because they were dating. Did he find out right after? No, that was the week before.
Oh,
when they slept together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I saw a picture of the parents, so I was just wondering. Oh, and then who was the real murderer that the little boy saw?
Yeah, I know, right?
It was an actual cop. And I think the cop was the one that was actually that came to the scene after the fact.
He might have been. I don't remember that part. I know that he was probably part of the interrogation. The initial interrogation when he wouldn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, call my lawyer.
Right. Oh my gosh. But that little boy is smart. When they're all sitting in the little meeting room or whatever, I'm just like, basically, Ji-wook and Bong-hee are the mom and dad. The little boy is their kid. And then Seo Bong is the grandfather. Because that's how they kind of bicker back and forth. You know, Eun-huk is the uncle. The annoying uncle that that thinks he's cool, but he's really not cool. And then Chi Bong is like the really cool uncle that you really want to hang out with. I don't know. That's how I feel like they got that family dynamic already kind of set up in the office.
Right, yeah.
And so this week,
or last week, the week that just passed, our killer wakes up.
Right. And
he's standing right behind her.
Right. Bong-hee's in his room, I guess, checking on him again. Which I don't understand. Is like, okay, guys, did y'all have to go in the room to always check?
You can just look in there.
Right.
You know
you
that he didn't wake up. Because she said on the phone, and the doctor said there's no changes. So, the doctor said he hasn't woke up. And you can look in the room and see he's not moving.
Right.
Why go in there?
And it seemed like she was sitting in there for a minute because her purse was on the couch behind because she had to go get up to go answer the phone. She's sitting at... Girl, why are you sitting there?
Why'd you put your purse down? You shouldn't have been staying that long. You was getting too comfortable.
Right. So she turns around after her phone call and he's like right there. Bam.
Right, with his creepy stare. Stop looking at me. Like she jumped. Like she nearly jumped out of her skin.
Right.
Like you just on the phone. He's not awake. Nothing changed. And you turn around and he's looking at you.
Right. Creepy. But then, of course, once everybody realizes he's awake, everybody's running to the hospital to figure out what's going on.
Right.
To see if he's got his memory because he's been in a coma it's been a couple weeks at least.
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks or so.
Right. So he's has amnesia to a certain extent because it's not by the end of that episode. It's by the next episode that he gets his memory back or starts getting it back.
I think it was 34. 35.
Yeah, so okay, so
it's like 2 episodes where
he wasn't quite remembering everything.
Excuse me.
But in that time when it was him trying to remember it is when we kind of learn, not really the full detail, but learn why he's on this murder rampage.
A little bit more.
Which is something I kind of figured. It had something to do with a girl. I didn't expect it to be his high school love.
Right.
I thought it was more recent, but that means it's taking years of planning if it's high school.
Right, that, and I thought maybe it's his sister, but it's actually a lover. But, I guess when you listen to that song that he's constantly listening to,
right,
that Bong Hee remembers him from, that song, that humming and stuff.
Right.
I guess you could say it was a lover.
Right. So we don't know the full story of what happened, but I'm assuming something bad because of when they were on the chef case, they mentioned about him, being a little too much with women and all this and that.
Yeah.
So my mind is kind of thinking it's something along that line.
Right. And all those guys were involved that he's killed.
Right. And because we've already learned that the murderer's trigger is violence against women or delicate women or innocent women in that sense. So that's why I'm figuring it has something of that nature.
But
the chef is older, so I'm trying to figure out how is he involved in a case with some high schoolers? Because granted he's a chef now, but he's still older. Period.
He older than the other guys.
He's older than the other guys. I'm assuming
he might not be. That was his older sister who would clean up the mess for him. Remember?
I guess so. He's that famous of a chef at that.
I guess. I mean, people get famous pretty quickly.
Well, I'm not saying he's like.
But you're right. I thought he was older to an older guy. Maybe he was involved in it some other way.
Maybe
he might not, because we don't. Have we seen a picture with them as a high school? See, I barely remember what the chef looks like.
Right, because the pictures have never been super, super up close, other than maybe for whatever dealt with that was on that painting or whatever.
Right. I don't think so. I think he's probably another guy outside, because there were 3 guys in that photo, and he's killed 2 of them.
Right,
and then one's missing. And
the NSS guy that we are assuming is possibly dead.
Unless that's the chef in there, I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Because he was in the...
Because, I mean, like, even if the chef is older, I'm assuming... I'm not saying, like, a huge gap. I'm assuming that maybe... I'm guessing that the story maybe backtracks to their later years in high school.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's at least probably supposed to be at least in college if he's older than them.
Maybe they hung out with or something.
So, I don't know. We got a good 4 episodes to deal with all of this.
Yeah.
And get our OTP back together, because they're still not officially together at the end of this week. They're talking and working together because Jiwoo talked some sense into Bong Hee, because she decided to take a break from work and from living with him, from work, and their relationship.
Right.
And I'm just like, both me and Ashley were like, girl, you're getting paid as a job. You can't easily get a job right now until your name is cleared.
Right. So why are you running away like that just because you don't want to see him?
Right. And then a place to live. I understand it would be awkward, but...
But I guess, initially we were like, oh my God, they're going to live together. Oh, she likes him. Oh, he likes her. But we didn't think, like, in reality, people think, I work with him. I'm dating him. I live with him. What if something goes wrong? What if one of the 3 goes wrong? You know what I mean?
Right.
What then? So... But now she's basically taking a break from him altogether.
Right.
And that's her life.
Right. But my thing is, he's told her from early episodes to separate personal from work.
Right.
And that's what he kind of spoke to her again this time. He was saying, like, he understands, but he's like, we got a murderer we got to deal with right now. Or we got to get this situation.
You're on the case. We need your help. You're vital to this team.
Right. It's not like they have some big, huge law firm. It's just 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah. Well, only 2 of them. Because, 3 of them, excuse me. Because Chief Bong...
He's just an investigator.
Yeah. And then Secretary, what's his name?
Chief Bong?
Byung, whatever. See these names. Anyway, the older guy, and then the secretary. Secretary, he helps with the information. So I guess when he's like, if we go to court or something, and certain things, I don't know. She's vital to the team either way.
Yeah.
When there's, just 3 lawyers, and then Eun-huk has his own stuff that he does too.
Right, because he joined the law firm in a sense, but he still has other cases that he was dealing with before he even...
Right. Then he's probably got to finish
Right.
with,
So, I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to knock everything out in the last 4 episodes. Because it's still... I feel like there's still quite a bit to cover.
Right.
And despite me saying I feel like we've kind of dealt with 2 weeks of a standstill, I guess it's a standstill on the stories that I care about. Because we still are getting information.
Right.
And stuff is still happening. I got used to the pace that we were going at before, and I feel like this is completely a standstill of the pace that we were at before.
Well, we were getting information on the parents issue, the dad's issue, and in between these weeks,
I guess
so while everything was on a standstill, we kind of got a little bit more information on other things.
Yeah, I guess you could say 2 weeks of backstory. The last week was the murderer's backstory, and the week before that was Bong Hee and Ji-wook's backstory, I guess.
Yeah. And realization that her father was not the killer, or that, what's his name?
District Attorney Jung. But granted, we already knew he was a conniving...
Right. And we
saw the
videos before, like the flashback of when he told him, this is your killer. This is the killer of your parents. Basically putting it into his head. And that's one thing I don't like when they, and in real life, when they put young kids on the stand.
Right.
You don't know who's been talking to them. And you don't know how things have changed in their head. Granted, it can happen with adults too, when you have some kind of incident and then maybe some trauma afterwards.
Right.
The story can be turned and switched. So I don't know why they named him as a perpetrator after just that one thing.
Right, I feel like they needed more concrete than just, yes, he's the witness, but he's a child witness at that. You need something a little, not to
and they didn't
put
ask him,
down
how'd
a
you get
child's
at the
brain.
house?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's the only one that survived this. There's got to be more to this. You can't just take a child's word on that.
But to cover up what his past mistakes, he just, use this as a crutch, kind of to help him back up.
But, and I felt, even from the jump, because I felt like this is another way they could have sideswiped this a little bit, if they didn't make District Attorney Jung seem so bad from the jump.
Yeah. Because
when the flashbacks started happening, I already in my mind started thinking he's already played with his memory.
Right.
Even before we even knew it was connected
he's
to
crooked.
Bong.
Right. He's dirty.
So I just felt like, if not necessarily that, because he kept coming around, I figured he's going to come back up when it comes to backstory stuff. But if they had just left him in the beginning when it came to the son situation.
His son
situation. So, and then not giving us a glimpse of who was telling Ji-wook who killed,
Right, this is your kid with a picture.
Then they could have did that big reveal, and then we'd be like,
yeah, I see you doing that, dirtbag.
Right.
But then when we saw him, we was like, yeah, we know.
Right, we figured it out. So it's just that's another way I feel like sometimes even just fading certain little nitbits out, that gives you a bigger reveal later on.
Right.
Because I think the reveal, I think any viewer would have known. Yes, Bong Hee's dad clearly probably was not the actual...
Right, but then we get more of his actual memory where we actually see Bong Hee's dad saving him.
Right.
And saying, I'm going to go get your parents.
Right. So it's like, and then that made Ji-wook feel guilty because he's like, I turned her dad in.
And he's actually the one who saved my life.
Right.
And now he's dead. Right. And labeled as a killer, a murderer, arsonist, whatever.
Right. So it's just like, I don't know. There's parts of this story that I feel like have done a better reveal, like how they did at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like it's kind of just like, they're like, okay, here you go. Okay, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
While beforehand, they were like, open the paper, flip it over, and turn it at a quarter angle. There's the answer. That's what they were doing at the beginning. Now they're just like, here's the answer. Really? No surprise? So.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, too, with Eun-hug. I don't want him to end up with Yoo Jung. I don't hate her now. Not that I hate her for what she did to Ji-wook.
Right.
But in the present storyline, she's not really doing anything to hinder the OTP or any friendships or anything.
She doesn't seem vindictive or
right.
like
she was
a
just
major
a little
bitch.
Whiny, and she knew she was whiny, and she knew she was in the wrong
because she thought she was gonna have them just like how she did in the past.
Right, and she knew she was wrong about doing that. I think when she finally said it out loud that she knew she was doing this is when she kind of stopped doing it.
Right.
She needed her petty face.
And then the frenemy, Bongi's frenemy, Gia. She I like how real she was, and that's why I couldn't hate her.
Right, I couldn't completely
because she
hate
was
her.
real with her too, even though that was supposed to be like her boss,
right,
or her superior.
She was kind of real with.
She was
all
real
the
with
females,
right? She was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?
Right.
This is really not even. This is stupid." Basically, she would tell her, "This is stupid. Why are you doing this?"
Right. Gia's in a sense almost the watch viewers in a sense, almost to a certain extent. What she says is kind of like almost what we were saying, like,
right.
Girl, don't.
You're gonna embarrass yourself,
right? Like, really? Or there was something happened, and she was like, "I'm so embarrassed for her." I was like, "Girl, I'm with you. I am with you."
Right.
So I like that. Yeah, I couldn't completely hate her either. So, but she tends to play characters like that where she's bitchy in a sense, but you can't completely hate her bitchiness because she's not the usual second lead type of bitch. She's just kind of like the bitchy girl who speaks some truth. You can't completely hate her because she speaks some truth.
Right, but you mad because she said that truth.
Right.
Right. You know people will always be mad. Like, why you had to say that, though?
Right. Like
it's true, though. It's true.
But ain't nobody asked you to say it.
But it's true. Yeah. So. What surprised me, though, what they did get me with, which has been a while since they've got us, is when Bongi was in the office or in her / home, and she turns around after getting something to drink to parch her thirst, and she comes back to her look towards her desk, and the killer is right there.
Like, they didn't even explain how he got in his house, because I'm still trying to figure this out. He got in real quiet, sitting down comfortably in the chair. It's not
I'm surprised his shoes wasn't off in his jacket.
Right. It's not like she heard him walking
How
in.
long did you go for water?
She couldn't have been gone that long, because it ain't that far from the kitchen.
Is it a drip?
Desk.
It's a drip. For him to come and sit down, and when she saw him and got scared, I was like, "Oh, girl, why you dreaming? Wake up! You fell asleep."
Right.
No, man.
Ashley was like, "Nah, this is not real." I was like, "No, he gotta be sitting in there, because ain't no way. This is some vivid ass dream."
Yes. I was like, "No, she dreaming. She dreaming." And then when he got up, I was like, "Wait a minute, this too long. She not dreaming."
Right.
And then he starts to attack her. I was like, whoa.
But she fought hard.
She did. I forgot she know how to roundhouse kick.
Well, I forgot about that because they don't show it enough. They showed it in the teasers and stuff like that, and kind of in the beginning that she's a little feisty. But we've never seen her really, like, had to kick someone.
Yeah.
Despite in the little epilogue at the beginning in the earlier episodes.
Right.
And that was for her past stuff. It wasn't like her roundhouse kicking someone now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they had that little fake out with the ex-boyfriend. She should have roundhouse kicked him for real.
Yeah. I was pissed that wasn't real. Why couldn't that be real and then this be a dream?
Right.
And I feel like, even though I loved the scene where it was just, like, intense all of a sudden.
Right.
I felt like it was just, like, thrown in there. There's, like, you just need to do this now, okay? We don't know how else to bring him in. So we're going to do this. And of course, Ji-wook comes in. He gets stabbed.
Right.
And then the guy's in the hospital. Ji-wook's in the hospital and the guy's arrested.
But then also, when he's attacking her, his memory's still not even fully back yet, because he even said it. He's like, "I don't know who you are, but my brain keeps telling me I need to get rid of you."
Right.
So that's like, so he's just going on attack because he can.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever, dude, if you say so. But then he's caught, and he's kind of just admitting everything at this point.
Yeah, and he's doing it with a laugh,
which irritates people.
He did it. He laughed in the beginning when he made the fake
backstory
alibi, and she turns around to leave, and he's laughing. He didn't laugh out loud, but he smiled like he's trying to hold it
right.
And you know, like when you're thirsty, your lips go when you do stuff like that,
right?
It's I feel like she heard that, and she's just like turn around, and she kind of see the hint of a smile leaving his face. Right. She's like, that's weird,
right?
But you just had a complete alibi, and it sounds so true.
And honestly, even from that scene is when I was like, something's off about him.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, but then I feel like the laugh that he did now was more sinister than it was.
Right. Like, I don't care. He's not, there's no remorse.
Right. Like, the laugh in the beginning was kind of like, I can't believe I got away with this.
Right.
But now the laugh is like, I don't care. Whatever.
I know I can't get away with it now.
Right. Y'all could just see how bad I really am at this point.
But what's funny, though, I know he's in jail and he's got, like, 10 or more charges against him at this point.
Right.
But I remember the evidence she found to get the warrant to go to his house. The evidence she found after she got the warrant to get to his house was fake.
Right. They
and
haven't
I'm just
dealt
like,
with that yet.
Right. I don't know if they will or if they're just going to ignore it. But
because, I mean, he is the real killer, but the evidence that they found when
and I wonder would
fake.
that throw the case? Could that throw the? I'm
gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed.
But I don't think they will. At this point, I think they're probably gonna just brush it to the side because he's killed like 3 people.
3.
I'm pretty sure he's killed that guy. They can't find his body yet. That's all.
We know of 3.
And it took like 2-3 years before they found that body in the water tower
because it was so decomposed.
I wonder if they like aren't water towers on top of buildings. That's the water that goes through the building.
Oh, stop, please.
So those people in that building didn't realize like this water was funny. There's been a dead body rotting.
Right, you don't get a slight smell from your water, like. But you know what though? They don't drink the tap water in South Korea.
But you're bathing with it. Okay, don't drink it. But you're bathing. When you get in the shower, you don't wash your mouth out. Sometimes the water gets in your mouth.
True.
It's not stinging your eyes. Like what?
Well, yeah, blood and DNA just. And
I mean, I know this
cells.
is fiction, but I mean, come on, throw a little reality in there. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and then they had the little charged moments in 36 because she's tending to his stab wound now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, how much longer are you guys gonna keep acting like you don't still love each other?
I can't remember what happened at the end. Were they about to get back together?
I don't know, because I was half tuning out at this point.
Like I think they confronted she confronted him. No, he confronted her about the fact that his father, or her father, didn't actually kill his
that
parents.
was 35.
Was it?
Right, because she talked about it. She was like, I understand. I remember them talking about it later. She was like, I understand that you were younger. You were young at that time, so I'm not completely holding it against you, but you are the one who
made her father into a murderer.
Right. Yeah. So that maybe that's the discussion that they had at the end of 36. I think 35 is when he told her the truth. Oh, okay. And she kind of dealt with it for a whole episode.
The guy left the
Oh yeah. And I'm trying to figure out what's the point of this meeting.
I don't know if he's gonna go off and kill him. If he goes off and kill him, he might as well just hand in his resignation, go straight to the cops. I killed that guy. I don't care. He killed my son, so I'm done.
Right, because at this point, because he
can't give him a plea deal
because he came in for the interrogation, and for some reason he seemed to come in right at the right moment when he's talking about how he murdered his son
and how he was annoying when he murdered him, so he stabbed him again.
Like. Okay, the boyfriend was irritating. He really was. But watching him, the murderer, talk about the way he killed him like that, I was just like, that's not something a parent needs to hear.
Yeah.
Regardless of how an ass, Minister of Justice or whatever his name is, he still didn't necessarily need to hear about his son's death like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Let's see how we got.
1 week left.
Yeah.
2 episodes / 4 episodes, or 4 episodes / 2 episodes.
Yeah, so since we got quote unquote 4 / 2 episodes left, what is your score of it as of right now?
8. It depends on how it ends. It's usually the deal breaker if I get a 7.5 or 8.5.
Okay, so is that a solid 8 right now?
Yeah, because it really caught me in the beginning, and it's only like a couple episodes that I kind of like
tuned out.
Tuned out, didn't pay attention to completely.
Yeah.
So I say it's an 8 because it's enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm forcing myself to finish this.
Right.
Because I've had stuff like that where you...
Yeah, you're just kind of letting it play.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention.
I look up at the right moment. Somebody says the right thing. I was like, okay. Okay, back to what I was doing before.
Yeah, I would say... an 8. It can go up to a 9 depending on how they end this. For me.
Yeah. Well, a 9 would be too high for me for this, just because, I don't know. Felt very typical. I don't give typical dramas 9s.
True. Well, I can't completely say that. Because I feel like some of the dramas I gave a 9, some people might say they're typical, but I found them...
Right, well, that too. That's true. But to me, this is not typical that I love. I have to love something to give it a 9. And then I have, like, 5 out of, like, 200 dramas that I've watched that have, like, a 9 or above.
True. I don't know. I feel like, to me, a lot of times OTPs and dramas help raise the score for me in dramas. And I really liked this OTP despite the dumbness we've dealt with for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I really did like this couple.
Yeah, so did I.
So, I guess that's it for Suspicious Partner.
Yeah.
Honestly, her camera.
But while we're still on dramas, guys, so I didn't mention in the last podcast, but I have finished 4 whole dramas since June. So I started Circle and finished it in 3 days.
Must have been good.
It was so good. 12 episodes. Well, granted, when I started it, I think I started
Is it fantasy or is it about cops?
Fantasy. It deals with cops, yes, but it's not a cop drama, if that makes sense. So, and it deals with being in the present day.
It is.
Mm-hmm. It deals with being in the present day and then being in the year 2037.
2037.
Right, because usually when we get time
what
jumps,
will we be doing in 2037?
I don't even want to think that far ahead.
I better be retired.
So it deals with that, and usually when we get time jump in dramas, it's present day and history, not present day and future. So that's another reason why I like this. But then also deals with sci-fi and aliens and all types of technology and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not a typical drama I go for, but it is a TV and drama.
I might like it then. Sci-fi, I like that kind of stuff. You don't, but
I don't really go for it, but I really enjoy this. It's only 12 episodes, and the episodes, even though they're still an hour long, they're broken up in a sense almost like how Suspicious Partner is. The first 30 minutes deals with the present time, and the last 30 minutes deal with the future. And then as the story progresses, the times slowly connect, and we see how present day led to what it is in 2037.
That's only 20 years, right?
Yeah. It's well acted by everybody all around.
Wow, 20 years. I'm not even going to say how old I'm going to be.
Yeah, let's not do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I loved it all around. Kikwan is in this, and once again, granted in the beginning, his character was kind of
iffy.
Not iffy. He was just kind of robotic, but it was his character, so it made sense.
You have to get used to it, just like I had to get used to what's his name in Suspicious Part doing that fake laugh.
Right. So I feel like he needs not necessarily a melodrama.
Yeah.
Because he's good at it when it comes to crime, because Kikwan has got me in some
crime
scenes.
Scenes. I remember he was on some kind of interview show, and he there was like, I heard that you're really good at crying, so he went and did like a contest against somebody else who was there, like a visitor, and he won because he cried in like a couple seconds.
Right. He's kind of like almost like how Kim So-hoon, like the type of face they make when they're crying and all the tears are just in their eyes, sitting there right at the brim, and then they spill. You can't help but cry. But I feel like he deserves a lead role in a romantic comedy drama at this point.
Yeah.
Not like a super long one, but like a 16 episode one. I feel like he's deserving of that at this point. His skill level, at least. I feel like he needs that. He's
right, and other K-pop artists who have gone into acting have gotten lead roles at least by now.
Right, some even started out with lead roles.
Right, maybe he wanted to hone his skills before he got that. Right. He didn't think he was ready.
I just feel like, because he's had quite a bit of minor roles. Because like I even started My Princess, which is an old drama. Then it came out in 2011. 2010 or 2011. He's in that as a side character as well.
Oh wow, he's been in a lot of stuff as side characters.
Right, and then he was in one last year where he played the younger version of the main guy. So I'm just like, I'm ready for him to get that lead role.
Yeah.
But Yo Jin Gu, who is like the male younger actor, the only one really. No, he's not, but he's the only one that's been consistently acting in leads over the years. And in the past, few years, he's taken lead roles in dramas and not just playing the younger version of the male lead.
Right.
But he hasn't done the typical lead roles yet because he's played high school characters. And in this one, he's in college, but it's not a romantic comedy, so it's not the typical where we got to deal with, the kissing stuff, because he's still technically
underage.
Not underage. I think he's 18 at this point.
Yeah.
But just turning 18.
So he's kind of like fresh.
Right. He's like freshly out of being minor.
He's like barely jailbait.
Right. So. But then also, Gong Soo-yoon, the girl that was in you didn't watch that We Got Married couple with the guy from CN Blue?
No, I didn't.
She was his wife in We Got Married, and I actually liked their couple. And this is my first time watching her in an actual drama. My first time seeing her was in We Got Married. And I actually kind of gonna want her to watch her in other dramas now because I really liked her in this role. So. Kim Kang-woo did good, but I actually liked him better in Goodbye Mr. Black as the evil guy than I did for him in this.
Well, he was like a good guy?
He's a good guy, yes, but I felt like his emotional acting seemed more realistic in Goodbye Mr. Black than it did in this.
Maybe you should stick with being the bad guy.
But I think
some people do. Some people just are better at playing the villain.
True, but I've watched him in something else. What is it? Hongdae Lovers. And he was the good guy in that, and he wasn't bad in that. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't quite grasp the emotional part for this one enough. I don't know.
So the acting wasn't top notch, but the story was.
No, the acting was top notch despite his little hiccup with the emotional part. Because despite the emotional issues, he did acting very well otherwise.
Right, because he's an actor.
Right. I also finished Queen of Mystery, or Mystery Queen. And it was really good. But I didn't care for the ending because it left enough cliffhanger that you want them to give a season 2. But the way K-dramas are, it's not always a guarantee you're going to get a season 2.
They just end it like that. That's it, guys. Forever.
Right. And
forever.
And I didn't feel satisfied. I felt like there was a lot of story left that they could have told. We didn't even really solve everything that they kind of threw at us throughout the whole drama. It was good in the beginning, but then the last 4 to 2 episodes, it was just like, we're almost done, guys, and we're not really solving much. And then the last week, I was just like, really, this is it? So, and then
they didn't really give closure to everything. But some dramas don't do that. But it felt too open.
Like there needs to be a second season because nothing really got completed to me.
They might do another season, but with different casting. They do that a lot too.
Then I don't know if I want to watch.
Oh, my bad.
And I finally finished Weightlifting Fairy.
Hey, you finished a lot of dramas.
I did. I liked that one, and of course, but toward the end, it was kind of just finishing it out because it wasn't, like I said, it was an easy watch, not a lot going on. And I finished Tunnel, and oh my gosh, Tunnel. Like I said, you need to watch that other drama. Signal. You need to watch Tunnel. Please watch Tunnel. Like, all these dramas I will recommend for anybody to watch. So go ahead and watch those, guys, if you haven't. Or leave your thoughts about them in the comments below if you have.
Yeah. Well, I finished 2 dramas. I finished Ode to Joy Season 2. It was good. I don't have to have a Season 3. The way Season 1 ended, I was like, oh, they have to do a Season 2.
Right.
But then I watched Season 2 and I finished it. And I just felt like I would like to see a Season 3, but it's not like a must.
Right.
So, but then I finished Divorce Lawyers. It got a 7.5.
Oh, you just now finished that?
Yeah, like I knew how that last 2 episodes were gonna end, and I didn't care for how they were going with the story. So it was alright. It was nice, a break drama, but it's not a must to watch.
Started anything new?
No.
Yeah, I kind of knocked out 4, and I kind of like, wow, I knocked out a whole lot of dramas in a month time span. So I'm like, let me take like a week of not starting nothing new. I ended up starting Fight My Way 2 nights ago, but I only watched the first episode. And it's interesting, but like I said, I knocked out 4. I'm trying to give myself a slight break. I don't want to overdo myself.
Yeah.
So now we will end off with music.
Crush had 2 come back. He had 2 songs when he came back recently. Summer Love and Outside featuring Benzino.
And you know Benzino's on military leave.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw a picture and I was like, what?
I forgot to mention it to you when he
when?
was actually gone, when he left. He left a couple of months ago, I think before or after Top.
Yeah.
And this is Outside featuring Benzino.
The video is actually really fun though. It's weird,
What?
but it's
Right, I'm
I know,
trying to figure
it's
out what the hell was
weird.
going on.
It's weird in the beginning, but it's actually really interesting. Yeah, like the dog takes his life, either the dog head takes his life. It's weird, but it's still kind of interesting. I don't know who is he with, but because his beats are good. The beats for this are, I like it.
Right. I keep forgetting he's not part of AOMG, but he hangs out with them so much. Sometimes I think that he
You would
is.
think, right?
Right. Who was with, who's IMT used to be? That's who he's with.
Oh, I don't know.
I forget. Was it Mebo Culture?
Might have been. I really don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. It's a summer song.
Yep.
That's how I'm gonna be when I go there.
When you go to California?
Yeah.
So. Why they always gotta show their video?
Because that's how they do.
He ain't got a lick of hair in his body, but he's supposed to be a dog person.
It's just a dog head.
Yes, he's with Amiibo Culture.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying his body's so smooth, like it look like he's waxed.
He probably is. You know, a lot of guys wax nowadays.
I mean, I'm not a fan of hair, but don't wax yourself so dang on clean. You look smoother than a baby's bottom.
Right. Silky smooth. Moisturized with cocoa
Right.
butter. So the dog's just basically having his
Right,
his
living up his life.
Right. You've been trapped in the studio, maybe. That's what he's saying. You've been trapped. So now you're gonna be trapped, and I'm gonna go out and have fun. Everybody basic now. That's so weird. Dog throwing up. That's weird. You got no money in that ATM. Don't even
Right.
go there.
Was they blurring out her cleavage?
Maybe her nipple was showing.
Oh, you know what? I think I heard his song got flagged and not. He can't promote.
You can't.
Or he
yeah,
decided
look at all
not
this
to
partying. Are you?
I think he
kidding me?
decided not to promote them because they got flagged. One of the songs I think like that was deemed.
It's probably this one because Summer Love doesn't have anything like this. But it's the better song to me. Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's watch a little bit of Summer Love because I haven't seen that one yet. Did I open that one? No, I didn't.
No. It's interesting. It reminds me of somebody else. Like, I feel like I could see somebody else doing this, but I just can't put my finger on it.
I feel like Crush and Dean kind of overlap sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not paying attention to something, I could confuse them on a song, on a feature on a song that's a song.
But they sing differently. Dean does a lot of falsetto.
Yeah.
This is different than what Crush used to have anyway. Like his music he used to put out.
Yeah.
To me, this is different directions.
I like this.
Yeah. I mean, not that I don't like it.
Right.
I just like Outside.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I go to Crush for like my chill, slower R&B type songs.
Yeah.
Dean is, I don't know how to describe.
Okay. You gotta say, what would you go to Dean for?
I don't know because he kind of
Slow,
does
like he does mellow music too.
He does mellow, but in a different way. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
With slightly upbeat at the same time, even though it's still mellow.
But you know, Dean like produces his own stuff though.
Yeah.
Of course, he has like people who produce music for him, but he was a producer before he was an artist, a singer.
Because he's still unsigned, right?
Well, I don't know. See, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I just know I like when I see him, when I hear his music.
Because I know there was rumors that he would possibly sign with YG, but he turned it down.
Yeah. I mean, not to say anything against YG, because, you know, we low-key YG stands, but I don't know if I want him to go there.
There's certain artists I feel like I don't want to go to YG as much as I love, and I'm a YG stan.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how to want them to stay separate.
Yeah.
Even though YG tends to do the more R&B hip-hop style songs, I still want my really R&B and K-hip-hop artists to not be on YG.
Oh, Outside's actually a really long song. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes.
Well, then we got the first few, whatever, that's not the actual video.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of like a build-up to, like, the story of the video. Yeah. Oh, but Nafla had a comeback. I don't like his look. It's weird now. But I do like Nafla.
He look unkept.
He is like
at least he brushing his teeth.
A Wu-Tang fan. So he has that Wu-Tang feel. Even though he's from California. I hate when like somebody's talking to you and you brush your teeth and like you try to respond but like spit comes out. Spit. That's gross.
Right.
I don't want to see that shit.
Maybe if he has some eyebrows too.
He might just want the other. I think he's thin eyebrows. I don't think he waxes them.
No, I'm not saying he does anything to him. I'm just like,
I know
he looks slightly creepy, but I feel like if he had
and it's
thicker eyebrows,
the
it wouldn't
hair
be.
Is thin eyebrows with the hair.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not the whole.
Like Nafla's not like Bay in that way anyway. Because I just like his music. like the cinematography of this video
Yeah.
though. It's different.
I feel like K-pop and K-hip-hop videos always do some really nice cinematography. in
Right,
general.
most of US videos are the same. We get
Basic.
it. Right. They're not much to look at.
Yeah.
No, sir.
So I saw a post the other day on Tumblr that was saying that about, like, I can't watch American music videos anymore because, like, where's the cinematography? Where's the colors? Where's the story that's supposed to make me think?
Right, they don't do that anymore. In the 90s, it was all about stories.
Right.
People don't do that anymore. People, that's why, like, shows like TRL and 106 and Park are dead now.
Right.
Because they don't
People
do
don't
much.
do much of videos.
All that bedazzled.
Bandana on.
Right.
I'ma steal your bitch, take your fan and your money and all the bullshit you got, motherfucker. Peace.
Really, Napa? You had to put that at the end. I think you're a gangster. No. But I do like the song though, okay? I do like the song.
That's right.
He produces his own stuff too. He's got his own
I feel like a lot of the K-pop artists kind of end up going that route anyway because they don't get enough shine in Korea anyway.
yeah, so they have to produce and you know, it's usually their homeboy or somebody they're in crowd who might do the video and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. So yeah.
So let's see. Hold on. I don't want to go to some random. Ooh, I didn't mean to. Oh, we got a lot of stuff playing. One who is with YG and was on the last season of Show Me the Money.
He won, right?
No,
No.
he came in third or second, something like that. So he finally had his debut. Oh, this is the making film. I meant to watch the video.
드디어
I thought that was the video.
I don't know. It's really short.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, so I have no idea what it's
One
about.
day. Why is it called One? Did he ever say why?
I never went and looked up why. He slightly low-key reminds me of Juju from Winter.
Yeah.
This complicated
Yeah, he does.
of being simultaneously trapped and free had me at a state of amusement and some enjoyment,
It's already short.
not
We also-
knowing where I will end up,
He's not a clip or something? This is the actual video?
not wear my shoes below.
Well, oh, debut film?
He's a rapper, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure. What's going on?
It's like a thing now to button your shirt all the way up to your neck.
Yeah, style. You know.
Bitter, addicting,
It's about to be over.
Right.
Sick.
Way to go, YG. Holding somebody else back. That was a debut for a single album.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't.
I see you.
Because this is why I didn't click it early because I was like, that can't be the full video because it's not even 2 minutes.
Me left to joy.
I don't know.
Okay, well then never mind. Maybe that wasn't the. I don't know. You know, YG likes to put stuff out sporadically, and then
Yeah.
this is their official debut. This might be one of those again.
Let's move on to something fun. Hard is having not a comeback debut finally.
Their official debut date.
Yeah, and they put out a teaser trailer for their music video. It's called Ola Ola. It reminds me of Oh Nana.
Yeah, it does. But I feel like I'm gonna like it anyway. It's Card. It sounds like
Right,
Card.
of course. And they're doing a part 2 of their U.S. tour. Still not coming to our city.
Of course
Damn
not.
it.
They never come here. I like how they all kind of went blondish, kind of summer
Yeah.
looks.
Well, G was purple.
Yeah,
Pinky purple bubblegum.
yeah. It just seems like it's gonna be a fun song.
Yeah.
So
Summer
I'm
song.
excited. We got 9 days, so we'll see. Lee Hori had her come back as well in a while. I think she released a couple songs. I've never fully paid attention to her. I've kind of watched her stuff here and there and listened to whatever's come on Pandora.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't even really know what her sound is like. I seen the thing that she did with CL when they performed on stage together, because they both had a song called "Baddest Girl" to that set in the same year. See, that's the only fresh thing in my mind for her, so I don't really know, like I said, her sound.
I like that Adidas jacket she's got on.
Is that the Goblin Field?
It's just a field.
You feel like you don't do that. You see the season of K-drama, you know you try to see it somewhere else.
It's interesting.
Right.
Interesting sound to it. It's a lot of whistling. It's a long song. It's like 4.5 minutes. You doing yoga? Did she dance? Was she a dancer? Oh, her hair's blue.
She was dancing. She always has the really weird colors, but it looks good on her all the time.
Like before, I just thought her hair was black, or
I think it's like blue on the top and brown on the bottom. So I guess when it blows,
you can only go to a hairdresser. We talked about this last time. You can only go to a hairdresser to get something like that.
Right? You can't do this at home. You can't do this with box
It would
color.
never come out looking like that. She a dancer?
Yeah, she danced. At least the last few stuff that I have remembered from her, she does dance. I don't know on that level though.
Yeah. I'll see a stage performer to this.
And you know she's part of the original like Hello Lou Wave K-pop girl group.
She was an F-Ink. It's a weird name. I don't like saying it. I just read it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that one. I actually really like that color though.
Yeah.
It's different.
And she's similar to CL in the sense of they kind of like being known as, you know, the bad girls or girls that are not how everybody views Asian women.
Yeah. I'm still gonna get that tattoo on my hand. Every time I see it, I know this might be common out, basic bitch stuff, but I like it.
No, I'm just thinking for you who said your first one hurt. How you gonna deal with your hand?
It hurt. It was on a bone. What? So a needle going into your bone don't hurt?
I'm not saying that. It's just I had my first one in the same spot.
Everybody has different pain tolerance. This would be good as like a soundtrack.
I was just about to say that.
For a movie or something.
I think she had a couple other songs, but they're all kind of 5-minute long videos.
Yeah. I want a jacket like that. Parker or whatever they call it.
Looks comfortable.
Right. Not that color. The orange is a bit
bright. So the leader of BAP, whatever you may call them, Bang Young-gook had a solo comeback in a sense. And I heard the video is quite interesting.
It's rated R, it says restricted. Ooh.
Yep.
We like rated R. It's got a Japanese feel to it.
Yep.
Yamazuki.
Yeah.
It's Japanese, sounds like.
I forgot he had that full chest piece.
That's real?
Yes. He up here, at least up here on the chest. Unless he's added more to it.
I'm pretty sure they've been off for a while. He probably did add a whole like body piece. This reminds me of Iron's video System.
Yeah.
Where he was the chicken farmer.
Oh yeah.
His voice really that deep?
Yep. Yeah, that key.
This is everybody do that.
Mm-hmm. That's the move.
You know what I thought that was at first? Yo, I thought you opened up somebody's lips. Like, not eating it.
Right, I know what you meant.
I definitely like this beat. Like,
Right.
wow. He's on the table. You don't put your feet on the table. What does that mean?
What?
The name Yamazaki.
That has to be Japanese.
He remind me of Khiphop.
Yeah. But a
Arigato.
better version. That might, some people might be offended by that.
Yeah, I'm slightly offended by that, but it's cool.
I'm talking about this is skill level, but how the song sounds.
Depends on what you like.
Yeah, you would like Keith Ape, I wouldn't.
Not that I don't like this. It's alright. I like this music video, though.
Yeah. It's on his back too?
What? Oh, the tattoo?
Piece.
Interesting.
Now I see why people were saying stuff about it. What else? Who else we got?
Junaflow.
I feel like I know who that name is, but I don't know at the same time. And it's Panorama featuring Busy, Tiger, JK, and Unity. The usual three who always together. The usual group. Oh, it's just track. Right, other than just the track.
We're gonna say that for later, guys, because it's not actually music video.
It's just the
track, the audio.
audio track.
Right. I'll listen to it, but I won't make y'all listen to it.
Zoom in and Mark.
Oh yeah, Zoom in and Mark. SM, Zoom in from EXO and Mark from NCT.
127U, Dream.
We used to say NCT, but they had a little
Duo.
yeah. I love Zoom in, but I'm not eager. I wasn't eager to watch this. I'm not sure how I feel about this duo.
Me too.
So I like them both, but I like them separately.
Right. Like, this cannot be at 1080p.
I think it's supposed to look like that.
Right.
Like a dark blue tint to it.
Yeah.
What is he wearing?
Oh, a vest with a button-up shirt.
No, I'm talking about these.
Oh, you talking about Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like he's wearing a too big shirt and his sleeves are pinned. Who did that? His shoulders look weird. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at zoom in.
And then these tall socks, not like just like basic, like over your ankles. It's like up to his knees almost, like it's a uniform
and make his knees
for little
look
boys in the 20s.
His knees look like knobs.
Wish they had lyrics on it so I can see what they're saying. Okay.
No, sometimes it's in a different spot.
Oh.
They'll probably eventually put out one with or add subtitles to it later. They do that sometimes.
Or you know that YouTube has a part where you can add the subtitles in yourself. But I guess maybe you have to be legit to be doing that.
No.
Because when somebody puts in like, you know, something that they're really not saying.
No, because I can put subs on my videos. On some videos.
Seems super cheesy.
It does.
The song's super cheesy. That's why I wasn't really into watching this.
Like, if you got the two rapper singers from groups, like, why you go cheesy?
I mean, it's SM.
Main reason why I kind of can't be a stan of them.
But it works for some people, but...
So why is Mark rapping more than Zoom In? Zoom In raps too.
But if they have somebody, I guess, who's like, I don't know, never mind. But Mark is known for his rapping, because, you know, he was on that show. What's it called? A High School Rapper?
Oh, he was on that too?
Yeah. I don't know how it went. I never watched it. I don't know if it was a contest, or they was just, like, doing groups and redoing it. I don't know if because never, like, any article I saw never said, like, oh, the winner of,
right.
You know, this is, maybe I missed it, but... I want some Vans like that, the checkered ones.
Yeah.
But not the slip-ons. They weren't doing anything.
Why is there extra minute left on this?
It's like an old-timey, like, the light goes in and out on the video.
Right.
I'm not sure why. Don't say nothing. Just let it play. I know he's like itching you to say something. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. They just went through the curtain and they're on this other side of this mountain. I'm not sure.
So just like it's dragged out
I'm not
for an extra minute for no reason.
We had this great scenery. We weren't sure what to do with it, but here it is at the end for no reason
at all.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't. I thought I pulled it up. EXO's has a comeback coming. I thought I had pulled up Beckham's teaser.
Right, they're having a comeback. Not sure if I love this hair on him. That's
who
weird.
disrespected him like that?
Everyone's in that neck. He's don't copy G-Dragon.
I was just about to say that. Why are you trying to copy G-Dragon look?
There's only one. Teaser didn't grab me.
Right. It didn't need more of the song. It wasn't enough of the song.
But I know it's a teaser, and each person has...
Oh, yeah. Well, I forgot we got so many members to go through.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it for music, really. Oh, we forgot to talk about Song Couple.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The couple from Descendants of the Sun, Song Hae-go and Song Joong-ki, after almost a year full of denying that they were dating.
We're not dating. Yes, you are. We're not dating. You are though, but we're not. You know, you go back and forth with somebody. That's how they were. Like, okay, we're dating and we're getting married.
Right. They didn't just say we're dating. They said they're getting married, and the wedding is in October. It's already set.
Right. But I knew she was a very private person ever since I started watching her dramas a couple years ago. I knew she was very private. You know
But he's
what I mean?
been private too. Like, he seems outgoing, but he's never really been one to talk about his personal life like that in interviews.
Especially ever since he came back from military leave, he's been more quiet, even more quiet to me.
Right.
But maybe that's what it was. You know, he was looking for somebody to settle down with.
Yep.
A lot of guys come back after 30 or do, you know, hit that stage, and you're just like, kind of want to settle down.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were gonna get together. I never imagined this couple being
Right.
together.
Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, my OTP, my ship is sailing," and I'm just like, they were cute for the drama, but I didn't ship it real life. Not that I'm not happy for them. I am, and they are a cute couple, but it wasn't. It floored me news because I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, the song's on ship," and every other day there's a new article about, oh, when did the relationship start? Oh, when did the romance start? When did they really fall in love? And how do cast members see them on that? I'm like,
And
guys.
that's why they didn't want anybody to know. That's why they were like, we're not dating, okay?
Even if you think we're not dating. So.
Yeah, happy for them. Congrats.
Yes. And I think that's the only other major news that really came out, because that's what everybody's been talking about.
Right.
So I guess that will be it for now, guys. So next week, hopefully next week, because we at least gotta be on time for the final week of Suspicious Partner.
Right.
So next week we'll do a podcast of Suspicious Partner. Hopefully we can get our cousin who is watching the drama as well with us to come and join us for the last review recap of Suspicious Partner.
Yeah.
And give our final scores on it. And whatever new music or news or whatever may come out in the week to come. So, guys, go ahead and leave a comment down below.
Subscribe.
Hit that like button. And we will talk to you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry. See ya.
여기 붙어라 모두 모여라 We gon' party like 리리리라라라 맘을 열어라 머리를 비워